There comes a moment in life when you look at yourself in the mirror and finally understand something powerful. You cannot force people to stay. You cannot force people to love you. And you cannot force people to value what they do not see. Most people spend their days chasing attention, chasing validation, chasing people who barely even notice them, chasing people who only remember them when they need something. And then they wonder, why am I tired? Why am I drained? Why does it feel like everyone takes from me, but nobody gives back? I want you to sit with this thought. When you chase someone, you teach them that they are above you. You teach them that your time means nothing. You teach them that your energy is cheap, because you keep giving it away for free. And the more you chase, the less they see your value, the less they respect you, the more they feel entitled to you. There is a natural law in human behavior. People value what is not always available. People desire what feels rare. People chase what they cannot easily reach, and whether we like it or not. Absence creates mystery. Absence creates curiosity. Absence creates desire. But the problem is, most people are too afraid of being ignored, too afraid of being forgotten, too afraid of losing someone. So they keep reaching out. They keep calling. They keep texting. They keep begging for a little attention. They keep showing up even when they are not wanted. And this is how you lose yourself. Piece by piece, trying to hold on to someone who keeps letting go of you. Today, I want you to do something different. I want you to stop chasing, not because you are angry, not because you want revenge, not because you want to play games, but because you finally understand your worth. You cannot miss something that is always there. You cannot appreciate someone who never steps back. You cannot value a gift that never stops giving. Silence speaks louder than any message you could send. Distance teaches more than any conversation you could have. Your absence will say what your words never could. Let people wonder. Let them think. Let them feel your silence. Let them ask themselves, why isn't he calling? Why isn't she reaching out? What changed? I promise you, the moment you stop chasing, everything shifts. The energy changes. The dynamic resets. The power returns to you. Because when you step back, you give them a chance to step forward. If they do great, they value you. If they don't, even better. Now you know the truth. Now you can let go without fear. Because people who don't care will always show it. You just have to stop covering their truth with your effort. When you stop chasing, you learn something beautiful. You learn that peace feels better than begging. You learn that solitude is better than toxic attachment. You learn that not everyone deserves access to you. You begin to understand that you are not losing anyone. You are simply clearing space for people who actually want to be in your life. People who respect your presence. People who value your consistency. People who choose you without being convinced. But the most important transformation, the one that changes everything, is this. You stop caring whether someone stays or goes. Not because you are cold, but because you finally trust yourself. You trust that your life does not depend on a relationship. You trust that your happiness is not controlled by another person. You trust that the right people will stay and the wrong people will expose themselves. When you stop chasing, you become more attractive, more mysterious, more confident, and more powerful. Because now your energy is not needy. Your energy is self-contained. Your energy is calm, and calm energy attracts everything. Desperate energy repels everything. Every person watching this right now. You have someone in your life you need to step away from. Someone you keep chasing. Someone whose attention you crave. Someone who drains you. Someone who gives you crumbs. Someone who only calls when they are bored. Someone who disappears when they are happy. Someone who comes back when they need something. You know exactly who I am talking about. And deep down, you know that letting them miss you is the only way they will ever see your value, or the only way you will finally be free. People do not appreciate water until the well runs dry. People do not value sunshine until the storm arrives. People do not cherish presence until it turns into absence. So today, give yourself permission to walk away from anything that feels forced. Give yourself permission to let people feel your absence. Give yourself permission to stop chasing and start choosing yourself. Because the moment you stop running after people, you finally see who is willing to walk with you, who is willing to stay by your side, who is willing to put effort, who is willing to match your energy. And if no one does, that is not failure. That is clarity. And clarity is a blessing. Remember this. You are not hard to love. You are just giving your love to the wrong people. You are not difficult to understand. You are just speaking to people who do not listen. You are not replaceable. You just forgot your worth because you kept chasing people who made you feel small. Step back. Let them feel it. Let them wonder. Let them miss you. Your power begins the moment you stop chasing, and the moment you finally choose yourself. There comes a point where silence becomes more powerful than anything you could ever say. A point where you realize that the more you remove yourself from people who take you for granted, the more your life begins to rise without them. In this chapter, you will understand something most people never learn. People only change their behavior when your absence hits them harder than your presence ever did. You see, life has a funny way of revealing the truth the moment you step back, when you stop chasing someone. You stop feeding their ego. You stop giving them the attention they never earned. You stop rewarding their inconsistency. And for the first time, they feel the reality they have been avoiding. Suddenly, they notice the silence. Suddenly, they notice the space. Suddenly, they notice that the person who always answered is no longer available. The person who always chased is no longer running. The person who always cared is now focusing on their own world. And that shift hits people. It forces them to face themselves without your presence to distract them. They finally see the emptiness inside their own life, because the truth is, some people do not want you. They want the attention you give. They want the validation you offer. They want the comfort you provide. They want the feeling of being wanted, but they do not want you. And the moment you stop chasing, they lose that feeling. Now they have to sit with their own silence. Now they have to face their own boredom. Now they have to confront their own loneliness, and that scares them more than losing you ever did. But here is the part most people never talk about. Sometimes when you stop chasing, people do not come back. And that is the best thing that could ever happen to you, because their absence is the gift. Their silence is the lesson. Their distance is the answer you were too blind to see. You were not losing a blessing, you were losing a distraction. Someone who slowed your growth, someone who drained your energy, someone who held you back without even trying, someone whose presence felt heavy, someone whose inconsistency became a weight on your chest. And the moment you walk away, that weight finally lifts. You breathe again, you think again, you feel again. This is the secret. Your life becomes lighter. Your mind becomes clearer. Your energy becomes stronger when you stop chasing what is running away from you. But something even more powerful happens. The moment you stop focusing on people who do not want you, you finally see people who do. People who appreciate your effort. People who value your kindness. People who see your worth without needing reminders. People who match your energy without being asked. And guess what? You were too busy chasing the wrong ones to notice the right ones. Standing quietly in the background, now that you are done chasing. Your eyes open, your spirit rises, your standards shift, and you start choosing differently. You stop tolerating mixed signals. You stop accepting excuses. You stop letting people play with you. You stop giving access to people who have no intention of staying. You stop lowering yourself just to feel wanted. You stand tall. You move with intention. You protect your energy. You attract what matches your new standard. Because when you rise, everything else rises with you. Your confidence grows. Your value increases. Your presence becomes magnetic. And do you know what happens next? The same people you stopped chasing, the ones who ignored you, the ones who played with you, the ones who didn't value you. They start to reappear. Now they are curious. Now they are confused. Now they wonder what changed. Now they feel something they never felt before. They feel your absence. They feel the shift in your energy. They feel the loss of someone they thought would always stay. But this time, you are not the same. This time, you are not desperate. This time, you are not waiting for their attention. This time, you are not begging to be chosen, because you finally realized. Your value does not come from who stays. Your value comes from who you are. Your value comes from how you treat yourself. Your value comes from the boundaries you create. And now, people must rise to meet you, because you will never again lower yourself to chase someone who does not see you. This is the power of letting people miss you, not to manipulate, not to hurt, but to finally understand that you deserve effort, you deserve intention, you deserve clarity, you deserve people who choose you without hesitation. You deserve a life where you are wanted, not tolerated. Let them miss you. Let them feel it. Let them sit with the silence you once filled, and let your life speak louder than your words ever could.